Three dudes buying and selling toys, two of whom do it for a living and one who has no life.
Everything on wheels, you know, I don't know, that's the key to life.
Yeah, till you get to stairs, mate. But I think you'll agree that is that's the face of justice.
That's a good price. I'm telling you, that's a good price.
Toy Overdose!
Okay, we are the Toy Amigos, also known as Mr. Dan Plastic, which is me, the least important one. Monkeys Emporium, which is Johnny, who everyone knows, everyone loves, and Joe from Leicester Vintage and now Henshin Toy Shops in Leicester. Joe's not with us today, couldn't make it, but he's here in spirit and certainly in finance because we're trying to buy some stuff to take back to him. But yeah, essentially it's just three dudes buying and selling toys, two of whom do it for a living and one who has no life.
I do this for a job innit? And really, you can't leave the house and not do £1,000, can you? By the time we've got this van out, by the time you paid me for the day, you've paid blades, any business would want £1,000 a day, really, minimum, to do it. I know in Madrid we did well. I think in Belgium we did 14,500 euros, which wasn't bad. But then you think it costs £2,500 to do Belgium. You've got accommodation and even things like drinks and feeding the troops. And everybody says to me, "Oh, why do you have extra team?" And you're like, well, if you're gonna put something on big, you can't do it by yourself. Like, you need those extra people, really. People need to know. It's not all about making money, is it? Right. How are you, brother? Right, let me just get some of this racking in hand first, and then we can. Oh my God, it's cold.
It's rank, isn't it?
It's freezing.
Did you message Mr. Gray about the specs?
Right. Yes.
And he went, I was only joking.
No.
Oh.
Yes, I messaged him as soon as he came off my phone.
I thought you would.
And then this morning, when I looked at my messages, I realised I hadn't sent it.
Okay, so you wrote the message but didn't quite send it. That's fine.
Yeah, but it's cool.
That's absolutely fine.
Everything on wheels, you know, I don't know, that's the key to life.
Yeah, until you get to stairs, mate.
Steps, yeah. Until you get the steps. Ready?
Today we are in Southend-on-Sea with the Southend-on-Sea Toy Collective. I'm getting blinded by the sun. I've been up since, I don't even know, early. So yeah, it's very cold, but we're getting there. So Southend-on-Sea is where we're at today. This is the first time we've done it in this venue, isn't it? So this is a fresh venue, and I am blessed and appreciate the fact that we've been put right next to the door as opposed to up them stairs. So, because I'm not carrying this upstairs.
This is the bad boy. I mean, it's all a bit of a mess in a minute, I'll tidy up.
Do you want to take it straight in, or?
No, I'm going to check down by a minute. We got one rig for toy shows, and then one rig's the website. And we keep them separate. Are you alright with this then? Yeah. It's heavy. Hang on. Let's go.
Yeah, we're in the way here, massively.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Yeah, all good.
Yeah.
Yes. How much are the prices on these ones?
Right. They're 200 each.
Yeah.
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 Or 900 for the set.
Yeah.
Them ones, I'd sooner do as a set, 600 for the set.
Yeah. We can buy them. Okay. So we'll take them too, definitely. And how much you got on these?
25 each on them.
So, 1, 2, 3, 75.
Yeah, we'll tuck away though. We won't sell them today, obviously.
No.
That's bad etiquette.
Do what you want, mate.
I hear you.
Well, then.
I hear you.
The cards are amazing on them. Yeah, the Skull Warrior.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Yeah. Well, let's set up and then we'll come back. I'm going to get into setup mode. You leave that in there, Johnny. Jeez. Leave that in there.
You mean you don't want me to gig you today?
I do not.
I love PVCs. It's a real simple reason, you know why I love PVCs. You get stupid ones, get really stupid ones. You get expensive ones. But the best thing is, you can chuck them all in a bag. There's no bubbles to break, there's no cards to crease, there's no weapons to lose. My type of thing. We've got like a Comic Spain Ewoks. People call them Star Wars, but it's actually Ewoks, isn't it? They are great. You've seen the Toxic Crusaders? PVCs. The Dungeons and Dragons stuff. I love it. That's very close to mad. Phileas Fogg, 80 Days Around the World. All Spanish, and I love them. I'll tell you an interesting thing, right? These are Comic Spain, right? So this one was painted in Madrid by a prisoner. The prison in Madrid was going to close. So I'm led to believe, to keep it open, they did a contract with Comic Spain where all these murderers and serial offenders that were like in for a long time were told, we'll look after you and we'll keep you in prison, whatever, but you got to paint figures. So that's what they did. So they painted the figures, and then Comic Spain kept the prison open. Crazy, eh? Crazy. Crazy.
Do
you know where they are?
What sort of money are they? No, I don't.
They're 250 quid each.
That's why he doesn't like him.
So, do you know why I'm proud of them?
Yeah.
Because they're kind of a British invention a little bit.
Oh, right, okay.
So
what are they?
Pentecostal Church, 1984, doesn't want the kids using He-Man figures, so they bring their own action figures out. This one's Jesus as the lion, Zion. And then you've got the devil there with his gnashing teeth.
And when was this, 80s?
84. And they are Pentecostal Christian action figures.
This PVC stuff.
That's incredible. In the 80s, the Spanish government were going through troubles, so the prison needed funding.
Expensive enough, I mean, not to buy it.
Yeah. So everybody in Spain or in other places is going to say, oh, that's a 200 euro figure. Get another one. It's so difficult to get them in the UK. You never see them. No paint rub on the front. He's one of them figures you go, I don't want to send for less. Doesn't mean you might not find one in Spain for 200 euros or whatever, but go to Spain. Good luck. No, senor. So about 20 years ago, I set up Monkeys Emporium after travelling the world with gigging and singing. Initially, I had a shop in Watford for a while called Geeks Boutique, and then I moved to Camden. And obviously, we had Monkeys Emporium in Camden, and we had very successful times there. We had 4,000 people through the shop on a Saturday. I was happy in the basement, and then COVID hit. The rent went through the roof, and it wasn't that I couldn't do it anymore. I didn't want to do it anymore. It was such hard work to get to where you wanted. And now I pretty much travel Europe with people like you buying and selling toys. What would you like to look at? There's a lot of it.
Blue one.
I've got everything but...
So, hear me out. I'll do it cheaper than that. The wings need a boil. Do you know what I mean by that?
No.
So, see they're out of shape. If you get boiling hot water, let it cool a little bit, dip the wings in, leave it, you have to bend them back in place, and as they cool, they'll sit out. Because when you ram them in, his cape, yeah. But the soft goods are all there. His quivers there, his bows there. £50.
Go on then.
Good girl. And a selfie. Right, so you got stickers in the bag, you got...
I follow you on Facebook. I knew I recognised the thing.
I'm a bit of an idiot, right, if I'm honest with you. And I should have got a proper job a long time ago. But I like travelling around and meeting people, because we had the shop in Camden for 10 years. But then once the rent went up, I couldn't do it anymore. God bless you. I'm going to put that photograph on Instagram. Fab. Thank you.
Who is Blaze? Who is he? He's a man you'll never see not wearing sunglasses, but like my sunglasses, they're prescription sunglasses. He needs them to see. Although it does make you look 20% cooler. My Pet Monster, but Spanish style. These are absolute horror shows. Defensors. I've got so much time for these because they're really Jim Henson-y, Labyrinth, Dark Crystal. This one looks a bit like a creature from the Black Lagoon almost. Like, yeah. And I got their little badges. They are quite spicy, I've got to be honest. But yeah, essentially the Spanish version of My Pet Monsters, and will guarantee to give you absolute nightmares. So when we went to Belgium, we took this and more. We took it all over, but things have changed with how you can do it. Yeah. Is there certain forms you got to fill in if you're taking stuff over to sell or even to display? Because if you're working, which is understandable,
which is not a problem if you're flying.
but means that what we'll be taking is a considerably reduced loadout, basically. Yeah, because you don't want to be like, oh, it's like 80 grand in the back. 35. I shall ask the man, Johnny. Would we take 35 on He-Man?
35. We take 40 quid.
You do 40?
Because, flip them up.
I know, he's got a stopper.
Go on then, up and off.
40? Cool, man. Do you want 8? Well, you're getting one anyway. Bag.
I think they're wicked.
Very Jim Henson, very Labyrinth.
I'm telling you, they're wicked. So they've sold.
They've sold already?
So we are displaying them till the end of the month just to show people. But they same with the Flexitrons. I mean, they're awful. Have you felt these? You've never felt anything so that's a Flexitron. So they are bootleg E-Man figures, the Euclid Flex. They are like, what would you say? They're like the LJN wrestlers, aren't they? The old ones. They're like rubbery. I'm not going to flex them too much because the set's like $4,000. But yeah, he's very gurney, isn't he? They're rare, but they're not. I don't think they're not as rare as the Spectratrons or desirable. Because as we said earlier, there's a difference between desirability and rarity. You know. But yeah, I love them all. And this one, so I've turned my nose up at this figure at car boot sales. I've seen millions of them, and you normally see him with a white head, and he's a wrestler.
Right.
Bab, they are rare. They're 600 quid rare. That's what the last one sold on eBay.
My favourite thing on this whole stall is maybe, we've got a lot of bootlegs, knockoffs here. Have you ever seen a Robocop this special? Come on. Look at the face. You can see the scale of the gun is perfect. It's not too small at all. That's a serious figure for a serious collector. Unbranded, which means limited edition as far as I'm concerned. One of a kind, maybe might be unique. This might be the only one in the world. Who knows? It's the perfect size. The gun is the right size. Everything else is too big. It is quite big for a PVC figure, but I think you'll agree that is that's the face of justice. So I've been collecting, I guess, pretty much my whole, I say adult life, but also childhood as well. The standard story of didn't grow up with loads of money, so ended up buying everything that I didn't have when I could, and went a little bit overboard, ended up with way too much stuff. So I've been sort of selling it off to buy new stuff. It's not my full-time job. I do work a different job, proper job, and do this kind of for funsies and for the social side of it and to see people and hang out. So now I mainly just buy stuff to maybe keep a little bit of it and then sell the rest to fund it as a self-funding hobby. My main, I guess, point of things of interest are probably grossed out toys, although I know Mad Balls are somewhat the hot potato of the moment. But all 80s. What do we say? 86 was the year. 85 to 87. You're Star Wars, man. Do you want to buy a complete AT-AT for 100 quid with both the pilot and the commander with their weapons? And the chin guns, and the ear guns, and the battery cover, and the bulb cover, and the bulb.
Doesn't stop going on, does it?
It's a complete AT-AT with both figures, 100 quid right now. I've got it over there. Come on, let me show you. I want rid of it. I'm over carrying it around now. Come on, stop mucking around. Complete commander, complete pilot, ear guns, chin guns. 100 quid the lot to you, because I don't want it no more, because I'm sick of carrying it around.
I'd love to then, but I can't. I'm sorry.
No worries. It's 120 now. Everything just went up.
So we're with Simon, and we're looking at the Warrior Beasts, Remco. You've obviously got the bad boys, which is the ones everybody knows, which is the little scully men. But we're just talking, and I'm going to show this. This is by far the rarest one, and probably the most desirable one away from those. However, this cloak is really difficult to get, but his tail is missing. Now, I've never seen his tail, and I've just spoken to Rob over here, and we're like, we've never seen that before. But that's lovely. But then I like them all. That's probably the most common one. But they really, that gold on here, that's nice. That's real nice. And the weapons are lovely. So we're just trying to do a deal. I don't know if we'll do anything, but we'll see. I know you're a bit annoyed by that, not having a tail in there.
It's cool. It's really cool.
But it's, you know, Remco, that Remco stuff, I might not see a lot of this again, really. And if it wasn't for the fact that Mike, who we bought the collection off, bought all of this sort of 25 years ago when nobody cared, I don't think you'd. And they stand really good, look. The only problem with them is, if you want to put them on the stands, because they got funny feet, they don't fit. But that one's lovely. What do we think? He's a good one. The weapon should flex a little bit. They shouldn't be like rigid. They should flex a little bit. I love a dinosaur, and he's cool as well. Like I say, that's probably the most common. And that's like the most common weapon. You see that a lot. They use it on this. Well, there you go. So this is some of the other Renko figures, and you see the same weapons reused. So it's £210. That's a good price. I'm telling you, that's a good price. And a selfie. Now Simon has counted off with £200. I let you decide. You have no attachment to him. I quite like him, yeah, so I struggle.
You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do?
What?
Because I want to buy those things off.
Yeah.
205.
I didn't say that's him. Can I wrap him up?
Yeah.
Selfie first. So it's important to have selfies.
So yeah, I mean these.
So you know, like a He-Man's legs. You know when they break because they're rubber. You can fix it. This Remco stuff, once it's broken, it's done. Ed from Retro Geek Out, he's right in when he says this Remco stuff are really nice crafted toys. You know, like we've all got our favourites from when we were kids, but as a toy collector, I get them. You know, they might be before my time. I might not have had them as a kid, but I get them. Consider they're nice condition. There's very little paint wear on them. I've tried to be as honest as I can with, like this one, the tail has broke. And we was just saying, how did they get that in a packet? I don't know. Because they came on cards, but they must have, I've never seen one on cards, so I don't know whether the tail clipped on afterwards. I don't know. Good. Monsieur. You know I waffle a lot, you know. I don't actually sell toys, I just talk people into submission. God bless you. Remco, I'm telling you, future. Thank you.
That's your bag, isn't it?
Yeah, they're the German ones, though.
Oh, is that a problem?
Oh, but it's not, is it? I mean, I can't believe we missed that.
Oh, hello.
So, you get German ones or Portuguese ones, or you get the Comic Spain ones. The Comic Spain ones are money. These are still good money. But they're beautiful. And you've got, I mean, he's nice, though. We buy him more.
Hello. I know.
So, whilst that looks like it should be vintage, I'm not convinced. We'll have our one.
Yeah?
Yep. These
Yeah.
are great,
Oh, yeah.
but they would need to come down.
Well, we've sold a bunch of them already.
Yeah. I do like them, Dan, but how much are these for the set?
For the set of 6 loose,
Yeah.
do 5.5.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they're 91 quid each. Could you come down to 70 a figure and do it for that?
The actual size.
I got to ask.
Yeah.
I got to ask. And what are we saying? 50 quid. Would you take 40 quid on the pair?
45.
Are you happy with that? I'm happy with that.
Yeah, sweet. Thank you.
I have to feel like we got some kind of bargain, don't I? Is there any movement on him? I am the only person in the world that will give him. Well, that's a lie. In the UK, I'm the only person in this room either that would give you money for that. Is there any movement on that?
So what we're going to do 120.
They're 80 to 100 loose.
That's what I'm saying.
Is that spit
No.
worth 20 quid?
I get that.
We love them.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And they got fixed legs and they're really
Best
cool.
bootlegger. Hello.
I need to pull this out to put it back in properly. He's had 2 good a day. They are great. Look at that. Good grief. That looks like my aunt. That one's my mother-in-law, I reckon. We need to make some more money. Let me come back.
Figures have been bought, deals have been done, so more deals are to be done, but I need a second opinion on how low I can go because these only half belong to me. So I just need to confirm. I'm sure Johnny will be fine. Essentially, because of the ones you bought already, I would be happy smashing a tenner off, not a problem. But to go more, I don't know.
Okay. I just thought maybe because I bought.
Well, no, that's it, and mate, I'm all down for the barter, 100%. Johnny,
Go on.
as the gentleman has bought 3 already, we have 80 on this. I've said 70, but we are seeing if any better deal can be done. I need to verify with you. So we've got 80. I've said 70.
Do 65 because then it takes it's the
Would you-
10 back up. Do you see what I mean?
Would you do 65? 65 it is. I photoed it. If you can wrap and pack.
So we've had a great day. We've sold loads of toys. It's been brilliant to bring unusual stuff from Spain and things we've got from Belgium and all over Europe and Italy, showing people things they haven't seen. We've had the kids here, we've had the pensioners here, we've had the men, we've had the women, we've had everything. And it's important because if we don't support each other and keep the whole thing going, it'll all kind of die and wither with a generation. I believe some of this stuff is iconic. We don't want it to go away, people. Let's support each other. Support the toy shops. Support the toy fairs. If we see somebody online and they want to know something, tell them the information. Don't gatekeep it because that's the only way this whole thing will move forward. I want it to go on forever after I'm dead.
On the next episode!
We're here at the Southend Toy Fair. I was wondering if you would accept £300 for it.